Aasan. Okay, great.
Hi everyone,
Hi.
how are you all doing?
Hello, sir. We are all fine.
Yes,
Thanks
thank
for
you very
asking.
much. Thank you very
Great.
much. So yes, let's start the lesson of the night. And tonight it's going to be some pronunciation tip on how to pronounce ed in a regular past verb. Okay, so this covers a series of grammar lessons for free. Okay, it's seventh day tonight, and we are going on a proper series to give you appropriate or important knowledge to speak like a native. Okay, having said that, let's move on to the topic. And how do we pronounce the ed in a regular verb? Okay, there are three pronunciations to ed in a regular verb. One is id, the other one is t, and the third one is d, the usual one we make. So if the verb has a d or t sound, it's sound. Note the word, it's sound, not the letter. Okay, so it should be very clear. It's sound but not the letter. Before ed, you need to pronounce ed as id, as id. If it doesn't, don't pronounce an extra syllable. So there isn't any extra syllable. You have to make it as one syllable that is together with the sound. Okay. For examples, ʻwʒn.tɪd. Okay. When we read this word, we don't say ʻwʒn.tɪd. It's ʻwʒn.tɪd. It's ʻwʒn.tɪd. Wanted. And in US English, they pronounce it wanted. Wanted. Okay. And this is ended. Ended. And in US also it's same. Ended. Decided. Decided. Admitted. Admitted. Suggested. Suggested. Recommended. Recommended. Hated. Hated. Intended. Intended. And started. So that's the lesson for tonight. Do you have any question on this? We have seen only id pronunciation, id sound for the night. We have T and D, but these aren't very big deal, but I don't want to give all at once. That would put you in trouble. So I gave you only id sound tonight. So if you have any questions, can you ask me?
Okay, so here there's one more. The pronunciation of the wanted, they pronounce another way, like a wanted.
Yeah, that's linking. That's linking. So that depends on the word you get afterwards. We say it's linking. So there are linking words. For an example, it's a good question. I appreciate it. For an example, I need. So in natural speaking, we link this all together. So we say it, I need a cup of tea. Okay. So this depends on what we have after cup. Okay. It's of tea. It's of tea, cup of tea. But when you, Jay Patel, okay, when you have a vowel like this followed by a consonant, it becomes linked together. Okay. So that depends on how or what word is followed by the word wanted you have. Okay. Just to give you an example, so an elephant. So when you say it in natural way, this becomes so one elephant, and this N also goes here. So one elephant. Okay, that's natural linking. So it's how words are linked when you talk in English. Linking is a separate subject. We'll look at it. We can link. We had already looked at some consonant to consonant linking in our second or first chapter, and we have vowel to vowel and consonant to vowel. We look at them also. That's linking, but that's not the exact pronunciation to the word. That's linking pronunciation. That's a natural, that's connected speech. We also call it connected speech. So you can check it.
And
right?
I have a question, please.
Yes, and
Is it correct in English?
what's that?
The words that you have just linked now, is it correct in English to pronounce it that way?
Yes, it is. It is linking speech, yes. It's linking or connected speech. That has a different name. That's the natural way of talking English. That's the natural way of talking English. That's how
Okay.
English speak English. That's perfect, correct.
As I think it's more common among the native speakers.
It is correct. You are right. It's very common. And they always say, they don't say, I need a cup of tea. They always say, I need a cup of tea. And
Yes, I have another word, like out of here. In American, they mostly say, like, let me give you an example. When I say, I'm getting out of here, the American way, sometimes they usually say, I'm getting out of here.
out of here.
Out of here.
Okay.
Yes.
Sometimes they speak out of and out of.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
For
So
this,
could I say something here
yes.
with the permission of Aasan? So wanted is the correct pronunciation. Wanted is the correct pronunciation as non-natives can speak. But wanted is the accent. So you need to correctly understand the difference between the pronunciation and the accent. Accent is can be differ from country to country, America to Europe and other countries, but the pronunciation what EnglishAasan mentioned here exactly correct. That is the exact pronunciation here. Walnut is also common by English, right? English speaks so, but that is the accent. We do not call it pronunciation. So what here someone mentioned, walnut is the common. That is not common among non-native, right? We can pronounce it like that, but that's the thing. That's the word accent. That is called what we call is accent.
No,
Am I
actually,
right?
accent is also different, Vasil. We have to know it. Accent, dialect, idiolect. There are some things that we should learn. So there are accents and there are dialects and also idiolects. These things
Okay.
are different. And when we become into the learning of the language and we learn it, but since we have just started, let's see how we can progress in this. But want it and wanted, these things that depend on what we speak afterwards. Okay. As I was to say, would you like to study English, this is one sentence. So if you want to say this become would you in natural speaking, this becomes would you, this becomes J in here, would you, like to, this O becomes kind of a, to, study English. Okay, so study English. So in natural speaking, in linked speaking, or in connected speech, this becomes little. So in this way, that for that we can't say it. Would is the right pronunciation. Would is right when you have you afterwards. Okay, so we can say would is right, but it should be followed by you.
You can't say he would be at home is wrong.
What's that?
He would be, if you say he would be at home, it's wrong.
No, it isn't, because would and be cannot be connected. D and B cannot be connected. That is would be. There are some rules. There are some rules how to connect words.
That's what I'm saying to you. He would be is correct. He would be is not correct.
Would be, would be.
He would be is correct here.
Would
be.
Would be, no, J is not correct. If you want to say would be, there cannot be J here.
It's not correct.
It's incorrect. Yeah, J is incorrect. Here, J is incorrect. Okay, so D and B cannot be connected. That's would be. Great. So far we have looked at the pronunciation of ed in regular verbs. Okay, and also when you use verbs as adjective, you get ed pronunciation. So wanted person, ended story, decided matter, and so on. Okay, so when you use verbs as adjective, that naturally gets id sound afterwards. This also we'll look at in our coming lessons. So T and verbs pronounced as in adjective. Okay. Great. Are there any questions, please?
Sir, how can we finalize which word we need to speak like that way? How can we finalize which word we need to speak like the way you are speaking?
It's very simple. As I mentioned here, the word that has D or T sound, not letter, but sound, because you can see here, want is okay, and is okay. Decide finishes in E, not D, but the sound is D. Okay, so you need to know when a letter, when a verb finishes in D or T sound, not letter, but sound,
okay,
make it id.
Okay, thank you.
Is that clear?
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Great. So that's all for tonight.
Aasan, I have a question for you.
Yes, Mr. Jack, how are you doing?
I'm doing very well, brother. How you doing, man?
Great, sir. Oh, yes.
I noticed that you have important tips to speak like a native, series 1 of 100. So you have 100 presentations on how to speak like a native. Am I correct?
Yes, you are.
How can we connect together and produce this lecture on Udemy? How can we do that?
We should do that. We had already, as we talked already, let's work on it. And
Yes.
I'm also thinking about, since you advised me, I'm also thinking about making a YouTube channel.
That's a good idea, and I can assist you with doing all of that. And I can link your YouTube channel to my channel,
Great.
Aasan.
Here we are.
I can make you a movie star, sir.
Oh my God. I call you sir. It doesn't need you to do that. You are.
One of the things I would like you to do, Aasan, is please call me at your earliest opportunity, because I've already designed your course. We can sell your course. If you have 100 presentations already organized, let's simply create the content and do this.
We shall. I'm ready.
Thank you. Please contact me on Zoom when you have an opportunity, because we're friends.